out. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, hello.
Okay, I'll go first. How much do you guys read sort of fan reactions online? How does that factor in when you're deciding how you're sort of breaking up or how you're setting up season 7?
I think it's hard not to read it. It's like you're in a dialogue, and it's an amazing thing that the internet gives you this chance of seeing what people think, and that's pretty amazing. So we definitely take it in. And it's like any dialogue, we're in that conversation, so we want to do things that kind of create. It's good. It gives us an indication of what viewer expectation is, and that helps us play tension against viewer expectation, because really we want to scare people and surprise them and make them worried and stuff. So it tells us kind of where the zeitgeist is moving, so that we can either do a counter move or sometimes move along with it. It's handy.
Have you done that in the past?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that we actively try to sort of that's just subverting the expectations of the viewer, so people go, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. So the more that you write about what you're thinking, the more we can use that to just boggle your mind. That's at least our intent. So it's handy, actually. Fan response.
So do you think next season you're going to be turning up the scary again?
It's weird. Yes, always. But I would say that this is season 7. In a way, my opinion now is that we'll turn up the scary, but in doing so, it's naturally, and this is something that we're all actually working on. It's it's going to evolve somewhat into almost a B movie. 7 seasons of these characters going through all this stuff. At this point, not camp, but it's going to be a little funnier, because how many times have they died? How many times have they been to hell or heaven? Both. And how many times? They've been through so much that I think that it's just, this show will evolve and grow. It's going to be, it'll be scarier, and I think it'll be, in a weird way, lighter, because they've been through so many different pitfalls, valleys, shadows of many deaths, that they are just going to, it'll be scary and fun. I think, I don't know. Yes, we're going to turn all the dials up and see what happens. Hopefully the machine doesn't explode.
Anything in the next season that you're looking forward to?
I always start big and crazy. I'm looking forward for stuff to me to see. My crazy one this year is I'm convinced we should do one on a spaceship. It's just how can we get them on a spaceship? They got Jason on a spaceship. How can we get Supernatural on some kind of Buck Rogers Seeker interstellar voyage? Just one episode. That's all I'm asking. But I think there's lots to still play with. That one I'm going to talk about with people until they tell me to shut up. And then I'm looking forward. But I think that as part of the spirit of season 7, I want to see things really get very interesting. I think that we've already done some really crazy stuff, but I think we're just going to want to pursue that some more.
Are we going to see more angels along with the demons?
There are, because actually this is cool, although I cannot be very specific, but I feel like all the pieces of season 6 and our prior arrangement with heaven and hell and all that stuff, we've got pieces that are kind of tying all of this in together with season 7, so that everyone has a place in the continuum. Things happen, changes take place, but there are angels, there's demons. It's just going to be once again a different. There are game-changing events, and things will sort of shift what takes place. That's a lot of almost completely general talk. That's for you to have.
Are we going to get to see more time travel this season?
I would say yes. I don't know if it'll be. We don't have any strict plans for specifically a time travel one, but I think that I think we're now in, since we broke that particular, tape. Now time is fluid, and the events in time are kind of at our camp. So we'll probably end up with a story like that. We'll probably do flashback shows that also do time travel by showing us other aspects of the characters' lives. And we've been talking about that stuff. But we're still pretty early in our construction of the season, so there's a lot to figure out.
Have you guys received any letters or feedback from people that aren't happy with with the way you're handling
Handling
the religious aspects of the show?
Only from my in-laws. They are very upset with the way we treat angels. They're Catholic, so my mother-in-law will come up and say, Raphael's not. I don't know what he's like. I'm sorry. I didn't go to school for that. So I've always found it very surprising how little special interest we get. Because we have done some fairly subversive things with the Judeo-Christian tenets of it, so no one cares. They like it, yeah, and this is one of those shows that is both phenomenal in its response and completely it's tiny. It's huge and tiny at the same time. It's a world of response, but I often find it difficult to find someone who knows what the CW is. So,
well, not here.
no, of course. This is where we're all represented well. But I don't know. Did I answer a question? Let's try another.
Okay. You left things in a pretty interesting spot with Castiel.
Yes, that's true.
Now, is that something that's going to overarch the season, or is that going to get resolved at the beginning?
I guess we're supposed to not say much about that. Cass starts season 7 as God. As his ersatz version of God, and then some of the first things we have to deal with, that situation has to stabilize itself. My first pitch for what happens at the beginning of season 7 was that you just basically you're in a world where Castiel is God, and there's like a 900-foot tall statue of Castiel in every city. With a man in a trench coat pointing and just have Sam and Dean go. But we scaled back. That was too big. The statue is only 8 feet tall. There's only one, and it's in Macy's. So the first game we get to play is what if Castiel is God? And then that'll be the first storyline to kind of run through. But we can't really talk too much about it because those questions are really a part of what's the delightful suspense. What's going to happen? Because we really backed ourselves into a corner. I thought sending Dean to hell was going to be a problem. This is, we got a God now. We have a whole new God. Again, season 7. It's time to go even crazier, obviously.
Did you think it was going to go this far?
No.
How far do you want it to go?
It goes. When you remember Spaceballs? And the ship goes over the big ship goes over the camera, and for a while it's funny, and then you go, what is this? And then it's funny again. Right? For me, that's you go, really, season 6? You're going to do season 6? And then you go, oh no, this is good. And they go, season 7? No, this is working out. It's a challenge to our creativity and cleverness but I think we have to really, again, everyone is growing with this show. I think the fans are growing with this show. Everyone, it's a different show now, and that's going to be fun.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.